Hey everyone, this is how you use launch control in the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. So we first put the car in drive, we press the TRX button, we'll hit race options. You can see we're on launch control here. We'll press activate launch control. Yeah, you can also press the launch button right here on the dashboard. And then we press the brake as hard as we can. You can see it's set to launch at 2400 RPM. So brake as hard as we can, gas all the way down, off the brake, and it goes. And there's 60. Woo! Okay, hit about 75 right there. That was a 1/8 of a mile drag strip on very loose gravel. And yeah, I don't know what our 0 to 60 time was, but I would certainly call this thing fast. So now we're about to take the TRX on a 3-mile loop course. I have a feeling it's pretty tame, more indicative of the kind of off-roading that I like to do, which is, you know, your forest roads that sometimes get rutted out and a little bit tricky. And I imagine the opportunity to go a little fast will present itself. But what we are playing around with is this TRX button on this little drive, and I want to just show it to you right here. So you push the TRX button and that brings up all of these different, call them performance controls. So you can toggle through all 8 of these modes via these arrows here, and you more or less do that through the gauge cluster screen here, but you can also bring them up in this massive 12-inch infotainment screen. So you can see right now we're in Baja mode. Let's go to auto mode so you can see that all these settings are for street and that the paddle shifters are just on. Go into Baja mode, and wow, transmission, stability control, and the suspension all go into a special Baja setting. Steering goes into sport and the paddle shifters remain on. So when you go into sport mode, you can see everything goes into sport.
Are both of you guys ready?
Copy, I'm ready. You can see that everything goes into sport, and then I think we're about to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back into Baja mode. You can also configure the custom page to your own settings.
Alright, we're going down in the parking lot and then up onto the route.
Okay, we are going down into the parking lot and then up onto the route. Make sure we're back in Baja mode. The F-150 Raptor has a Baja mode as well, and haven't had a whole lot of experience with this truck in Baja mode. But the Raptor in Baja mode is the most fun I've ever had in a vehicle, easily. We're in a 4-wheel drive auto setting right now, meaning that it defaults to 2-wheel drive, but 4-wheel drive will kick on if the vehicle senses slippage, which is really nice because you don't have to worry about shifting between 2 high and 4 high. This thing really just raises the bar and raises your own norms when it comes to power. When I turned it on this morning, and as I drove it for my first 8 or 10 miles, it felt really fast, felt really loud, really obnoxious. Now it just feels normal, which is kind of scary in its own right. So we're barreling up a rocky climb right now. Some sharp rocks, 35-inch all-terrain tires make a big difference on these rocks. Seatbelts are rattling around. Yeah, it's about 30 miles per hour. A lot of dust right now. Okay, gotta wait for some of it to clear actually. Can't see anything. These trucks are so easy to drive off-road. Say you're driving something a little more normal like a 4Runner or a Wrangler or, I don't know, a Nissan Xterra. You're gonna approach these obstacles with a lot more caution just because hitting them at higher speeds is pretty jarring, frankly. This vehicle though, between the tires and the suspension and the engine, it just eats them up. And you can drive a lot more casually than you would in a normal vehicle. It's a fun section. Didn't quite get it sideways, but gave it some gas. Okay, now we're gonna be changing into select speed, which is Ram's branding for off-road cruise control. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around. It's hard to show changes in the terrain on video. Okay, so we are in drive. So I can increase the speed with the up paddle shifter. So I'm doing that. You can go all the way up to 5 miles per hour. Right now I'm at 4.3 miles per hour. And it goes up in, what, 6 or 7/10 increments. I don't have my foot on the gas. I don't have my foot on the brake. I just have my hands on the steering wheel, and the truck is pulling us up the hill. Nothing revolutionary with this. It's just kind of a box that these off-road trucks have to check these days. Toyota, I think, was first to market with it. They call theirs crawl control. I can't remember what Ford calls its system, but I know it's available on the Raptor, the Bronco, and I think the Ranger. You can get this on the Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Gladiator. It's not something that I think I'd use for more than a few seconds. If I were driving up a hill like this and the wheels started to slip, maybe I'd pop it on to just get me through that section, but I'd rather just rely on momentum. The system definitely works though. You can still use the gas and it won't cancel it. I can gas up to, 8-10 miles per hour here and then let off, and the car will slow back down to 4.3 miles per hour. So there you go, it works. So we're back in Baja mode, 4-wheel drive auto. The truck feels planted. It only slides side to side if you want it to. Tires are a new Goodyear design, and they are all-terrains, which is a good medium between on-road and off-road capability. Big rock there, barely even felt it. You run it out area with some loose dirt. Oh yeah, kicked it around nicely, let the wheel come back to center. All right, now we're at this racetrack, and we're gonna take these trucks around a track that involves some jumps.
Right there.
All right.
So stay to the right. You can goose it and jump this. You can jump this one too. Now check up. Now this time when we go down, we'll go down right down the center.
Okay.
And keep it at 55. Check your speed. Brake. Check your speed when you do that next time.
Okay, I was like 50, it was right at 55, I think.
You're at 62.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Now hit it. Hammer it. You're good. It'll take it.
Okay.
Then brake check after this hill. So slow up a little bit more. So you got this corner under control. Now this time when we go down the hill, you want to be at 55 when you go over the whoops.
Okay.
There you go. And accelerate once we start. Now gas.
Damn, all right.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the brake when you're going over stuff
Okay.
like that. So we'll do one more jump, and then
Okay.
they want to do the cool down lap.
Okay.
So let's do 55. Little blip. Oh. There you go.
Okay.
Brake. Turn. Gas, it'll whip it around. There you go. Press up. Come in over to there. Go left, left, left. Little brake. Get ready for the gas. Gas, gas, gas. And then get ready to cross up. Gas, 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 gas. There it is. And then we got to do our cool down lap after this. Once you get up here.
Okay.
And that's our fun ride.
I think that about does it. This is probably the craziest new vehicle that you can buy at the moment. Like I mentioned, I think the new F-150 Raptor, that's the 3rd gen Raptor that's probably gonna come out in about a year, will give this thing a serious run for its money. But for now, TRX is the off-road king.